Have you ever wondered where some of our job titles come from? Like supervisor, for instance. You know, in Latin, supervisor means seer from above. Congratulations, Ralph, you're now a supervisor, and your job is to look down on people. Then there's the word manager. To manage is to control or maneuver, sort of like herding sheep. Controller, commander, chief. People don't want to be ruled, they want to be led. And if you ignore that fact, you'll be doing it at your own peril. Guess what the average employee turnover rate in the US is? Come on, take a guess. 10%? 20%? Keep going. 30%? Try 40%. That's right. 4 out of every 10 of your employees could leave this year. Just 10 years ago, that number was 23%. Now, we all know that there are a lot of reasons for this. One of the most obvious is the bad boss.
You have no brain.
But what about the effects that a poor communicator can have on people? You know, someone who gives poor direction, doesn't listen, fails at motivating people.
I will need to go through all the projected earnings for each quarter based on statistical forecasting. Now, I know this might not be that interesting to you, but it is something I feel needs to be done for you to fully understand where the company's heading now.
It's very common for companies to promote people because they did their job well and got results. But when it comes to knowing how to influence and inspire people, well, we get the leaders we deserve. If we were all born leaders, there'd be no problem. But most of us learn how to lead others through trial and error. And the biggest errors people make are communication errors. They either say the wrong thing or say the right thing the wrong way. What's more, most people in management positions lack the necessary confidence to communicate effectively. I say that because in a recent Harris poll, 65%, that's almost 7 out of 10 managers admitted that they were uncomfortable communicating with employees. But where do you go to give your people the confidence they need? Is there a training program where your people can gain the practical skills needed to help them become leaders people want to follow? Well, you're probably expecting me to say yes, aren't you? And you're right, because there is. It so happens to be the same training program that progressive companies like Microsoft, Coca-Cola, IBM, SAP, Boeing, and many, many others are getting the help they need. We call it Storytelling for Leaders. Yep, I said storytelling. But you need to know that I'm not talking about this kind of storytelling. Instead, what we teach are specialized communication methods that have been born out of the art and science of story structure. Nobody has to tell you that stories engage people, they persuade people. Stories make us more interesting to listen to, they make us better presenters. But when it comes to business settings, we are more dependent on reason, argument, and data. But data doesn't motivate anybody. It's the person presenting that data that does. Storytelling for Leaders is now being taught in 18 different countries and in 8 different languages by fully accredited and experienced trainers. Title your people however you want. Call them supervisors, managers, controllers, whatever, but give them the chance to do more with that title. They'll certainly be happier and more confident leaders, and their people will stay longer. Take the first step by going to the link at the end of this video to get more information, and then let us show you how we can help transform your management team.